Alright guys, how are you? This is Ralph again. So this is gonna be an update video. It's been exactly 1 year since we've moved to Da Nang, Vietnam, me and my wife Christina. So today I figured we're again in April, which was basically our first month last year in 2019. So I figured this would be a good time to let you know, is the honeymoon phase over? What's up with us being here? Because a lot of people have been asking us, you know, hey, how's it going there? Are you still liking it? Is it what you expected? So I just wanted to make a quick video updating you on, you know, what's going on out here. So I want to do like a small pros and cons. All right, so I'm gonna give you some pros and some cons. Like every country has pros and cons, but I will definitely, having been here for over a year, I definitely know what there are here that I would rather not have, but none of it is a deal breaker. If you want, I want to spoil it for you. I love it here. I love it more than I did before. So if you're still thinking about coming here, definitely do it. This is going to be the perfect place if you're looking for where to go after this what's it called, the virus thing is over. This is definitely a highly recommended spot for you to come to, especially the prices have been going down. Actually, our rent went down you know, $50 because of the virus. So a lot of places actually have been getting cheaper out here in Asia. Not that it needed to be any more affordable, but that's definitely a benefit. You know, I'm not saying the virus was a good thing, but definitely has lowered the prices out here a little more. So if you're looking for somewhere to visit once this thing is over, definitely consider coming here. So I'm gonna get into the cons first, because I don't want to end this video on a bad note. Like I said, I still highly recommend this place. Like every country, you know, I came from Miami. I could probably list more cons than I could list out here. So I'm gonna have my phone here because I have some notes. I will not be editing this video, so it's gonna be one take. Let's see if we can do it. So the first negative that we noticed is that during the rainy season, and it actually rains a whole lot here during the rainy season. Last rainy season, which starts like around October, November, and supposed to end like in January or February, it did not rain as much as we expected. Actually, even the locals here have said actually it's been a dry, rainy season this year. So I hope this summer is not a lot hotter than it should be, because it gets pretty hot during the summer. But the first con about Da Nang, Vietnam has been the sewers, because this city was not as developed as it is now, and it is developing very fast. So because it is developing very fast, now more buildings, they're using a lot more water than they used to in the past. So the sewage system, and they have been working on those, is not able to, you know, manage all the water flow that's happening here. So during the rainy season, the water overflows into the ocean. Therefore, the ocean during the rainy season does not, some spots don't smell too good, so you probably have to go a little bit more north where there's not a sewage in the area to actually have clean water. Now, like I said, this is not a permanent issue. I can see it with my own eyes every day. They're actually digging into the streets, rebuilding the whole thing. So it's a project that they're actually working on, so that should not be a long-term issue. But that is definitely an issue as of 2020. A little bit of, you know, not a good smell when you're actually out in the ocean during the rainy season. So number two, the rainy season. The rainy season is actually the next con, because when it rains out here. Like I said, it did not rain too much, but it rained so much last year for a 5-day period that our electricity went out. The electricity doesn't go out, like you have electricity 24/7 here, but it rains so hard that our neighborhood, I guess, the water, the sheer amount of water just messed up some kind of tower out here. So they fixed it like within 3 hours, but it was caused because of the rain, because it rains so much and it floods. I mean, where I am right now, it's actually right next to the river. I'm actually on my rooftop, So it doesn't flood here in this neighborhood, but some neighborhoods like Antoine, closer to the beach. When I say closer to the beach, it's just like 5 minutes. Let me show you. So this is the river. If you just go 5 minutes this way, you'll end up in the ocean. So yeah, like I was saying, it can flood pretty heavily here, but luckily it did not happen. It wasn't so bad last year. So next con, construction noise. So that leads to the next point too. They're always building something here because the city is growing. Now, as you'll see, in my neighborhood, it's actually pretty quiet. I am 5 minutes from the beach, but a little bit closer to the river now. We actually moved out of our old apartment, which was closer to that building here, closer to the beach. But because we actually currently teach online, we couldn't afford to have all the noise in the back. So we had to, and we had a bunch of empty lots next to us that we knew were gonna be having construction sometime soon. So when this opportunity to rent this room that we have, this apartment that we have, came up and we saw it and we loved it, we definitely jumped on it. And it's right now the same price as we were paying for the other one, but the space is much bigger and the AC bill is much lower. So everything about this place is amazing. So next point, which is the last con, is gonna be the karaoke. I don't know how to explain it to you, but karaoke is excessive out here. I've been recording so many videos that I've had to actually stop recording for a few minutes until they stop, because they don't actually sing in their own in their own living rooms. They have a big radio, like DJ quality radio, blasting in the streets, so you can actually hear it a whole block away. So I'm talking about if somebody is singing by the river right now, you could hear them very clearly out here. And there's no karaoke at the moment. I wish there was. But when they do karaoke here, they do it hard, and they love karaoke. They have booths, they have buildings that you can go to actually sing karaoke with your friends. It's a whole event here. So it's fun, but it's very loud. So sometimes, you know, a lot of people will complain because the noise is too much, and if you're teaching, for example, then that's an issue. But where we are is pretty good. There was just one neighbor that they talked to him and now he's been good, so but they love karaoke here. Now on to the pros. So if you've watched my first video that I actually posted a year ago, you'll know that some of the things I love and I still love is that we still have the beach. I actually just came from I actually just was playing volleyball at the beach right now. I ran home, took a shower just to take this video before the sun sets, but they have a beautiful beach, Mikey Beach. Actually, I just did a video on riding along the road, the beach road. So if you want to see it, check my last video. But the mountains, Friday, I plan to go to the mountains to go see this secret beach. My friends have been going to some waterfalls, and every day you wake up, me and Christina, and no joke, I'm not saying this just for the camera or for YouTube, but no joke, every day me and Christina look at each other and say, wow, like we are truly living our dream. And it's before, the goal was always, okay, make more money, make 5,000, make 10,000, and then, you know, the more you make, the more you want. And then we moved out here, and actually the little things that you realize that you really want that will make you happy, like being able to get our groceries delivered if we want to. We get coconuts delivered here. For example, I order about 14 coconuts every week for about $8. Now, I order 14 coconuts for a week, but we actually finished it in like a few days, so we actually are gonna probably end up going through 28 coconuts in 1 week, which is gonna cost us just $16. All right, so the cost, which is gonna be one of my pros about here, is that it's very affordable. You know, personally, I actually just recently did a video about grocery shopping. I'm gonna put it up here. I just did a video grocery shopping, and some of the comments I've got were, hey, that's great, but that's still not that cheap considering you are in Asia. So I admit that is true because we do buy some products, some brand names that you would probably buy in the US, and we did go to a mega market, which is, I wouldn't say like a very local supermarket. If you want to get the cheapest prices, you can go to the market, and actually I think I'm gonna do that in the next few weeks. I'm gonna do a how cheap can you actually eat here in Vietnam. And actually, if you decide to eat out, you'll probably save more money because it's probably more cheap to actually eat out than to cook at home. It is that that affordable here. So I'm gonna do a video about this very soon. So next pro, the beautiful scenery, the mountains, the beach, the rivers are beautiful. I'm gonna get back to, I haven't been to like the beautiful lakes and all that since the virus started, but now that we've actually been out of lockdown, when things start opening up, if they open the road again, I will start driving up to the lakes and start taking more footage of that for you guys. And the variety of food. So like I was saying, we usually order and we eat a lot of Western food. So I will admit we do not live the cheapest lifestyle while we're here. But living the life that we're living, we're still living for about $1,200. I'm gonna do a full cost of living here, exactly what we spend on. So watch out for the next few weeks. Subscribe to the channel so you can actually get that video. But I'm gonna do a video in the next few weeks about the cost of living here in Da Nang, Vietnam. But we live here, 2 people, comfortably. We're not counting, when we go out, we choose what we want to eat and we eat it. We're not looking at the prices much, and we still live on $1,200. If you're a single person, you could easily live here for about $7, $8, $9, $1,000. I know this guy who owns a restaurant who I'm considering interviewing. He owns this restaurant called Happy Heart, which I definitely recommend you go to. But he says he lives on $1,000 a month with him and his wife. I'm not sure if it's his wife or his girlfriend, but his Vietnamese wife, they live on $1,000 a month. So if you're a single person and you only have a budget of like $600, you can definitely make it happen out here. So next, the people here are very open-minded. Okay, I don't know how to explain it. When you're in a town where there are a lot of visitors, there are so many beautiful scenes out here. I've found that people enjoy their lives a lot more than they do in the West. I have a friend who actually goes out, one of our friends, she usually goes out to the river and sits there and watches the sunset almost every night. And I'm like, you start to appreciate life a lot more being here. Like I have a friend who this morning I saw on Instagram, she posted a video, she was out watching the sunrise. I have never sat down and watched the sunrise in my life, and now it's inspiring me to do that. But I don't know how to explain it, but people enjoy life. Like one day we woke up when we came from Miami in January 2020, our friends invited us to go to the lake and paddleboard. We went paddleboarding. The next day, the same night, like at 10 p.m. they're like, hey, tomorrow morning we're thinking about going surfing. Do you want to come? I was like, why the hell not? So I was like, yo, we just did 2 fun things in one weekend, Saturday and Sunday, unexpectedly. Nobody had plans for the next day. They just wake up and they're like, what do we want to do today? And they do it. In the West, like if you do something fun or adventurous, it's usually like a big plan that takes like 2 months in advance to plan. So it's hard to explain, but people do enjoy their life here. They're very simple. So yeah, I'll see if I can find a better way to explain it to you, but people are very open-minded here and they enjoy life. So this is one of the reasons why I always tell people to create a life worth living. It's not about making a lot more money. It's about doing the best you can with what you have. Like the one thing that makes me the happiest being here is that I can get my laundry done. We get cleaning twice a week in our apartment here. Bed sheets changed, everything. Yeah, it's the little things that you realize, well, the ability to order coconuts and get it delivered to your own house. and not have to actually think about what you're gonna eat the next day. I can just, you know, I have my smoothies prepped. I can order if I wanted to, or I can make it myself. It's tough to explain. Just come out here, guys. Like, I wish no, I'm not gonna offer you to refund your money, but it will be worth your money to buy a ticket and just come here. I'd make no money by you coming to Vietnam, and I'm definitely, I don't have the words to explain it to you, but you have to be here to feel the difference. You have to be here to feel the difference. And if you've traveled anywhere in Asia, you've probably had an idea, but it feels a certain way. I used to hear that about Chiang Mai when we were still living in Miami, that it just feels different. It definitely does, and you feel it, and it's hard to explain. So I'm not gonna try to explain it any further. Buy your tickets and come here as soon as you can once this thing is over. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna end it here, guys. I always say this on all my videos, but leave down in the comments what type of videos do you want me to do. I'm actually looking at the comments every day. I respond to almost every comment at the moment, until the channel blows up, and then I might take a few days to respond to everything, but now I'm responding to comments almost instantly. But like this video if it was informative. If there's anything you'd like to see, let me know. Leave a comment, whatever you'd like to see from me next, and subscribe. I will be doing, like I said, a cost of living video. I will be doing a video on how cheap it is to eat out here. Like if you wanted to eat local, how much actually you could eat here. And my friends have been taking me out more, showing me like local Vietnamese spots. Like I said, I've been eating more Western, so I've been learning a lot about the Vietnamese culture more recently. So definitely subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. And before you go, create a life worth living.